All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Library of Alexandria. Today, I am talking with Thomas Howell, and we're going to be talking about The Witcher. We're going to talk about The Witcher 3. And I'm just going to go ahead and let y'all know there's going to be spoilers for The Witcher 3 video game in here. This is a Witcher 3 gush session. We're going to talk about why The Witcher 3 is a masterpiece, especially in the the relatively barren space of RPG excellence in the last console era, really. The Witcher 3 came out in I think 2015, and I played it then, and then I played it again in 2022 after my car accident because I was sitting around and I had not yet platinumed it. And they did like you said, they did the next gen update. So I played it again, and I found myself just recently wanting, just desiring to go back and play The Witcher again because it holds up that well. So that's fine, Zen. That's fine. I don't know why you try to play Witcher 1 before they remaster it, but that's fine. Anyway, so thank you guys for joining us. We're just gonna talk about The Witcher. Thomas, introduce yourself. Talk about your experience with The Witcher. Go ahead.
Fellow booktuber, lover of books, lover of fantasy, and The Witcher. Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time.
I agree. Now, prior to playing The Witcher, what kind of did you play video games? Like, have you always played video games? Are you new to the video game thing? Okay, so you've always played games. Nice.
But I'm not like your typical guy that sits and that's what they do on their free time. Gotcha. I have many hobbies. But yeah, Witcher is not the first and it's not the last. But I grew up with Super Mario, GoldenEye, Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, the classic, Spyro, and then and I was so young to even appreciate RPGs. So you played RPGs growing up. That's all you play.
That is all I played. I mean, I played, like Jak and Daxter. I love Jak and Daxter and stuff. But I always played RPGs when I was younger, and again, drawn to the story. I was always drawn to the story of RPGs. I had a Sega CD, and one of my favorite RPGs of all time was on the Sega CD, Lunar Eternal Blue, and they remastered it for the PlayStation 1, and I played that also. But Final Fantasy 3 or 6, I guess, for the Super Nintendo. Always loved stories in video games, even before I read adult books, big person books. And so that is what has always appealed to me in video games. And then it just happened to be also have the side benefit of when I was in college and the PlayStation 2 was out. It was the best bang for my buck. Playing an RPG and trying to 100% it gave me more time for my $50 than, a platformer like Jak and Daxter, which, maybe 8-10 hours, that's fine. But, 40, 50, 60 hours is a better bang for my buck for a $50 because I didn't have any money. So I could only buy X amount of games. So that helped also.
Have you, now more than ever, games are expensive. And of course, I've always waited for a deep sale. I've never been buy a game day one, for the most part, because more often than not, especially now, I get upset and I'm let down because of the lack of quality and all the bugs and everything. I bought Witcher 3. I didn't buy it day one. I barely knew about it. And I think I got the whole thing for $20. Nice. Holy cow. Talk about,
that's a bang for your buck right there.
Yeah.
When I finished Witcher 3 and the 2 expansions, I clocked in 326 hours total. That's how long it took me to beat those 3 games. And I don't care. What a value for the money. Absolutely. Just a tremendous. I had no idea what I was in for with Witcher 3. Now, my friend and I had played Witcher 2. We did not get to play Witcher 1. First of all, hold on. Wes is asking, do you play on a console or do you play on the computer?
Xbox.
Gotcha. I play PlayStation. Though I first played Witcher 3 on the 360, and then my new playthrough was on my PlayStation. I've never been a computer gamer. When I was younger, I didn't have a computer that could run anything. So
Yeah.
it's just always been.
I think most of us were like that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Tough.
And so I don't know what to say. Witcher 3. Hold on. Where was I talking about?
Oh, you're talking about like clocking of hours and
I don't know. I don't know. It's just a good. It was just a good. Oh, I played Witcher 2. My buddy and I played Witcher 2 for 360, and I didn't play Witcher 1 because I didn't have a PC that could run it. I didn't know about it, and they only released Witcher 1 on PC. Hopefully, they're going to finish that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's why they're remaking Witcher 1
because it's not available on console. Only 2.
Correct. Okay. Only 2 and 4 and 2. And I encourage anyone here, anyone in the chat, look up Witcher 2 opening cutscene. That thing still holds up. It's from like 2010 or 2013. It still holds up as one of the best like opening cutscenes where, because the game's called The Assassin of Kings, and so you see the assassin, who is he's a character in Witcher 3, and he's killing one of the kings, and it is so well animated. It's just it's fantastic CGI. When my buddy and I saw that trailer, we were like, what is this game? We have got to play this. And we played Witcher 2, and it was the most confusing because there's so much, as we're going to talk about, there's so much lore in The Witcher. I hadn't read the books. And so we were just thrown into the deep end trying to figure out like what is what, okay, fine, we'll figure it out. And the story it told was so compelling that when we heard Witcher 3 was coming out, we got to have it. Like, guys, we got to play it. And having played Witcher 2, like, I am so impressed that Witcher 3 had such a impact on you without the additional context of 2, because so many of my choices in 3 were made because of the choices I made in 2. I'm like, I'm too far. I'm not changing my mind now. So
I need to play 2.
It's
and that's
so
you emailed me, like that was like your next question. Like, hey,
Yeah.
did you play 2 yet? And I'm like, no, not yet. And then there's some of these choices that you make in Witcher 3 that I know correlated to the second one. And I just
so Letho, when you find Letho in Witcher 3, he's the Assassin of Kings from 2. He's in the opening cutscene.
Okay.
And so he frames Geralt at the very beginning of Witcher 2 for the murder of King Foltest, which is where he'd been staying. And so the whole Witcher 2 is trying to clear Geralt's name and track down Letho. And so seeing Letho again in Witcher 3, it's like, dude, Letho again, you freaking snake. And so that largely affected, what I chose to do with Letho and everything in that decision. Derry says, hey, honey, while you walk by.
Derry.
Let's Pomancy. My playthrough of Witcher 2 also, before we start at the beginning, who did Geralt in your playthrough end up with?
Oh, Triss.
Thomas. Thank you. Y'all hear that? Witcher stands out there. No Yennefer crap here today.
No. Anyone. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
You could see the red flags without the context of any of the books and source material.
Thomas, we're the only reasonable people on the planet.
I think everyone's we're the only 2 men in this room, in this digital room, that has made that choice.
Look, Yennefer is mean and unpleasant. I don't want to date Yennefer. She's mean. She's mean. Like, I don't want Yennefer.
She uses.
I know. Triss. And the thing is, Thomas, that's even more surprising because there is no choice in 2. For Yennefer's not in 2, but Triss is all over the place in 2. So I was already attached to Triss before I started playing Witcher 3. Now, most people who don't like Triss are book readers first. They had read all of the books first, and they don't like her from like the source material, which I guess I can understand. But let's start at the beginning. Tell me about your experience with the Witcher books and the Witcher 3.
Okay. So the Witcher books, of course, came after the fact. And a lot of people, I'm most confident in the fact that I feel people would know that it's a video, or would think it's a video game first, and then that they made the books secondary. But no, it's the other way around. And I didn't know that. So yeah, I started Witcher 3 because my wife just got home. Honey, you okay? Blisters? Oh, honey. All right, she just got done from a photo shoot. The game, I don't know. It's so good, and I knew about it, and I knew I needed to play it. But going into it, when it first released, I was playing Black Ops 3 at the time.
Nice.
Because, I was a big Call of Duty guy, and I just like to play with my friends, and I'd play the sports games, Madden and 2K. And I don't think, at my age of 21, I wasn't ready for big boy RPGs. I just wanted to have fun and work out and all that. But I tried it. I tried it in 2016. Barely got past the Griffin fight.
At the end of the prologue, at the end of White Orchard, yeah.
In 2020, I tried it again. And mainly it was an issue with you're just thrown into it. You really are. And I think that deters a lot of people from a masterpiece. You're thrown into it with characters, a world, the main character that you aren't necessarily able to, you role play through, but you role play as Geralt.
Yeah.
There's
no stand-in for the
there's
player.
No stand-in, and that is an issue with a lot of people. But anyways, that was an issue for me. And it took me some time. And then I got into other games, and then they talked about the next gen update. And I'm like, okay, this is it. This is the time. And then even once I started, it took me 2 years.
Dang.
To finally, really get into it and beat it with various breaks. And I'm happy I took my time, because when I did finish it, it was when I was 30, and I had that, I don't know, that appreciation for that deep story.
Yeah.
Sorry for the long-winded answer, but I just
look, I'm super long-winded. You're totally fine.
Yeah.
You were talking about in your video, Thomas has a video called Witcher 3's a masterpiece. You should go watch it, because that's true. Literally, I saw that video. I saw they had a video called Witcher 3's a masterpiece, and I emailed him, or no, I commented and said, hey, how do I get in touch with you? We should talk about The Witcher 3, because I agree The Witcher 3 is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And in your video, you talk about how each area, we got Skelligard, Novigrad, and Velen. Thank you. And each feels like this own realized world. And I watch for video game reviews. I don't watch a ton of YouTubers, but I do watch this channel called Skill Up, where he reviews things. And he said the thing that I love that he says about RPGs is exact same thing you said, is the world of The Witcher does not feel Geralt dependent. The world of The Witcher is going on whether Geralt is there or not. It really feels like everyone in this world is going about their daily lives, and Geralt just happens upon them. And you compared that to a game like Skyrim, and you're not bashing Skyrim. Yeah. I have never played Skyrim, but I can talk about Oblivion, where it feels like that world is curated for the PC, for the player. Yeah. They would not exist if the player were not there. And I completely agree with that. And being in that world of The Witcher and the soundtrack, I went to every single waypoint, every single mark on the map. And in Skellige, I refused to fast travel, because I had one little skiff. You can get the little skiffs. And I rode that skiff everywhere. I refused to fast travel, because it was so peaceful. And I'm 43. I don't have, and even when I played The Witcher the first time, was it 2016? How old was I then? That was 8 years ago. So I was still in my mid 30s. I don't have all the time in the world, right? But it was so worth just taking the time and soaking in the landscape, and just the muted tones of the music, and just being on that lonely, cold ocean in Skellige. I rode the same. It wasn't just a skiff, the same skiff. I would go out of my way. It didn't matter that the quest I just did had another skiff on the beach right there. I went to the one that I beached, And I'm not going to lie, I was so sad when I finally damaged that thing enough that it sank. It sank in the middle of the sea, and I had to get another one. And I was like, I have been with this skiff, and I don't do that in any video game because traveling is annoying. It's in the way.
Yeah.
Like, it is stopping me from getting to the next story beat. But something about The Witcher and just the atmosphere that it created really lent itself to just existing in this world, regardless of, the next story beat. Did you get kind of a
No,
similar feeling?
Totally agree. It felt daunting in not a bad way, but just an immersive way. Like you really are taking a peek behind the curtain into something like real. Like this space, this world is actually real, and you're participating in that. And you yourself aren't really participating. Geralt is, and you are honored with, that opportunity. I don't know. It's mind blowing, and I'm more just lost for words at this point because I'm looking back at it, and the music, like everything served the purpose,
I completely agree. What is your experience? Have you read any of The Witcher?
I've read the first 2 short story books.
Me too. And I started to read the first novel and was not enjoying myself, and so I stopped. I will say here, full stop, the best way to enjoy The Witcher is to play The Witcher video games.
Yeah.
Like, the short stories are fine, and some of them are good, but I love the video games. I think it takes...
The thing I love about the short stories is the connection of like, okay, clearly Andrei Sapkowski is like, I like one more layer, one more layer, one more layer. So he has a layer to every single story, and like every story has like a twist and maybe a couple twists. And you see that in the game, and the game came after the books. So I recognized, oh, wow, these developers clearly loved the books, and they honored the books in that way too, with that level of depth, and how much time that must take. No game does side quests like Witcher 3.
Completely agree. There is not one game that... Witcher 3 perfected the art of the side quest, and I do not know why every single RPG company has not cribbed it. I don't know why they haven't. I do, because it's time consuming. Because it's time consuming, and most large studios don't value video game writers because they think it's easy. I actually just read a big article on some video game publication about that. No, like, they don't value writers. But that's why, like, The Witcher. This is my issue with Oblivion. I did not play Morrowind. My best friend did on his computer when we were in high school, early college, whatever. I played Oblivion because everyone talked about Elder Scrolls, and I played it, and I enjoyed the Dark Brotherhood storyline. But most of Oblivion just felt empty. Like, I did side quests, and I can't remember a one other than the Dark Brotherhood. I was just bored, and I finally got to the main storyline. I was just bored. And in The Witcher, I am running to every question mark, whether I need to gather crap to say. At some point, I got so much money, I don't need any more, because I've literally picked up everything that isn't nailed down and sold it. But I'm running to everything because what they've also done is they've learned to tell environmental stories. Fallout's pretty good with this too. Like, Bethesda does a good job in Fallout with this. But like, I distinctly remember running through Velen, and I'm running to a different quest marker, and I happen to pass. I'm like, oh, there's a house in the woods. What? And I go in, and the dad is dead on the ground, and the rest of the family's hanging from the rafters. No quest sends you there. No quest sends you there. I just stumbled across it, and this is just telling me this is how the war was handled in this household. We don't know if this happened after the dad was killed. We don't know if they were like... That kind of environmental storytelling is so powerful because it's like a surprise. Like, oh, look at that.
Well, it reinforces just that level of realism and I don't know, you also just build trust with the developers and that world. You're like, okay, if they go into this level of detail and depth with just this little side quest, then I know for a fact there's a reason this is here or this is here. And like the developer knows you're gonna be here. Like it just like let's say you just stumble across that house, that cabin in the woods. Like that's the developer knows like, hey, they may be here, the player, and we want them to have a reason to be here. And
Yeah.
And tonally, there's so many games that I just think stories in general, mainly movies, tonally, they're not consistent. They're all over the place. They don't know what they want to be. Video games nowadays, they want to serve a little bit of everyone. Witcher's like, hey, this is real. This is gritty. This is dark. This may be horrifying at times. It may be beautiful at times, but it's cohesive. And it's just, making me want to play it right now. Stop.
Yeah, no. And the side quests are still go here, kill this, go here, fetch that. That's just an RPG.
Yes.
However, it never feels like that because the people that Geralt is talking to, they are not NPCs with 2 lines of dialogue that you can keep talking to them and have them repeat it. They have their own personality. And the way that Geralt responds to them, my issue with the books, and again, the books were written first, and again, I read them in English, not Polish.
Yeah.
I like how funny Geralt is. No, this was my issue with the show. My issue with the show is that Geralt isn't funny. Geralt is so funny in these games. Just the way he just responds to things, and everyone who is here, you've heard me do what I'm about to do. I'm about to play for y'all a video. This is my favorite thing in the entire Witcher. It's an interaction. It's after Geralt gets a monster hunting quest to go kill a griffin. And when he goes and turns it in, this is what happens. And it's my favorite thing, my favorite interaction in all of The Witcher. And Christina knows I sat here. It's got 749,000 views. 700,000 of those views are mine. So hang on. I gotta rewind it. Oh, okay. How do I share my screen? I'm going to get demonetized because it's longer than 8 seconds. And you know what? I don't care. Here we go. All right, y'all. Y'all settle in for this. There we go. We'll make it big. There we go. Y'all hear it?
Monster's dead.
Can you hear that? Okay, good. Here we go.
Monster's dead. I slew it. It was a griffin. An archgriffin, in fact.
In that case, I'm grateful. Arch grateful. Your reward.
Thank you.
It's so dry.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
And I laugh at this constantly. Constantly. Like, what good writing? Like, what good writing? It's a griffin. Arch-griffin, in fact. Well, then I'm grateful. Arch grateful. Like, who thinks to do that? So good.
Yeah.
And the game is filled with just like it's not subtle, but like dumb humor, subtle humor, sly humor, like gallows humor. And Geralt is so dry that, like you said, like Geralt's delivery and response to these people is it makes every quest worth doing just for the dialogue. The writers at CD Projekt Red have to be commended for their work on this game.
Yeah. I think the humor is also it never feels out of place. Nothing felt out of place.
Yes.
I do. Okay. One thing, there is actually only one thing that my friend John and I agree with, that Dandelion's voice is the only thing that kills it for me.
What? You don't like his Ponzi voice?
I just think it's a little too like
Ponzi?
Like I don't know, like Spider-Man, just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but I got used to it and I accepted it.
Yeah.
But I think if I were to complain about anything, it would be that.
Look, that's a small nitpick, and I like Dandelion's voice because for me, I hear what you're saying, and I low key agree. I think that for me serves Dandelion's purpose in how useless he is to all of this. Like it's so out of place in what Geralt's trying to do.
Yeah,
And
he's so
like
self-absorbed.
the people, the lady throwing the like stuff out the window because he's sleeping with the wrong person's wife at any given time.
Yeah.
Yes, Beth agrees. What? Not Dandelion.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's the only thing.
Okay, so the best contribution in the show of Dandelion is toss a coin to your Witcher, which is my ringtone for my best friend when he calls me.
Okay. I keep hearing about that. I don't even really know too much about
that. It's a banger. But so the writing is tremendous.
Yeah.
And part of the reason that I'm so hooked in Witcher 3 is because of Witcher 2. Because Witcher 2 did, unlike so many games, it let you make choices that vastly changed the narrative. You okay, honey? Something fell. Oh no, she broke our Christmas china.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Why was the Christmas china even out? Sorry, y'all. Everyone watching, me and Thomas, we got domestic things.
Like Christmas is my favorite time of year, and when I hear Christmas china broke, I feel.
She brings it out. Have we ever even eaten on the Christmas china, Christina? She may be upset that.
Real quick, my friend Jonathan, he agrees with me. Jonathan Saylor right here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You and I are in agreement.
That's fine. That's fine, Jonathan.
But, so I have someone in my field. He also just recently finished Witcher 3.
Oh, awesome.
And he and I are very much in the same space of this conversation.
That's okay. That's okay. We got a bunch of Dandelion likers in.
No. I mean, as in like you and me, as in like our love for Witcher 3.
Oh, fantastic, Jonathan.
Like one thing, I know I'm taking away from what you were gonna take us to, but John and I both think, side quests. The brilliant thing about the side quests is they weave into the main story. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how any game does that. And like, it's so fluid and flawless that I'm doing this side quest and I'm doing this other side quest, but then they merge. How do you do that?
These are guys who are prioritizing the narrative, and everything is serving the narrative, which means that they have, like, from the top down, the game director has a vision that is going to serve the narrative. It's not like, let's see what we got and let's put it together. It's like, what story are we going to tell? And then everything has to be feeding into that story. Nothing that is extraneous that doesn't feed into that. And I like, that's why it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And just like in this game, we're going to talk about some of the quests and some of the storylines. Witcher 2 lets you make a decision early on Geralt is friends with, not friends with, but he meets and knows Yorvith, who is the head of the, he is the head of a band of Scoia'tael, which are the elves and stuff, like the exile elves. They're in the, I don't know, they're like bandits, but they're elves. Yeah. It's the non-humans, the demi-humans. But Vernon Roach of the blue.
Yeah.
Someone help. Blue something.
Is it the Northern Realms? No.
Yeah, he works in the Northern Realms, but
he's got the blue.
His organization. No. He's like a commander of
the
guy with the hat. Yeah, he's in Witcher 3, and you have a choice to side. Like, are you gonna help Vernon Roach?
I sided with him.
Stop Yorvith and Scoia'tael, or be a freedom fighter for the Scoia'tael and the demi-humans, and have Vernon Roach is your enemy, I guess, or opponent. And I sided with Vernon Roach because screw Scoia'tael. I ain't about that elf life. And because of that informed every single thing with Vernon, with Roach in Witcher 3. Like, I was going to the mat for Roach, and I hate it because I think Sigmund Dijkstra is such a good character, But when Dijkstra forces me to choose between him or Roach, I got 2 games worth of Roach, Dijkstra. I desperately want to go with you. And if it was any other NPC in this game,
Yeah.
I'll kill him. That's fine. I'm with you, Dijkstra.
Yeah.
But I am not, I'm not betraying Roach. Not after 2 games. I'm not going to do it.
To that point, I think it shows just how amazing Witcher 3 is I haven't even played Witcher 2. So the writing was so good that I'm like, okay, I can tell the Roach and Geralt, they have history.
Yeah.
And like the way they talk to each other, the way their tone is with each other. And it just helped me inform my decision. And I don't know. The characters feel so real. Like you said in the very beginning, they don't feel hollow. They don't feel like NPCs. Like, hey, go find my pan, which is a quest in the very beginning.
But that old lady's a trip.
That old lady is amazing. Has more depth than entire video games. It's amazing, and it makes me have a knot in my stomach when I have to make a choice, because I feel like this is life or death kind of thing.
And it is. And unlike our stories in anything, like books and TV shows that are fantasy and games, they are afraid to have any real consequences. But when you say life or death, it is. Like when you choose Vernon Roach, you have to kill Sigmund Dijkstra, and he does not come back to life. He's gone, and it sucks because Dijkstra is like he's a snake of a human.
I mean, you spent half the game with him almost.
I know, but he's an absolute vicious snake, but is so charming. Like he endears himself to you. I wanted to support Dijkstra so bad, but I couldn't. And then he was dead, and that sucks. But if I had gone with him and killed Roach, Roach would have been just as dead. And I looked it up. It's the Blue Stripes. It's Temeria's special forces.
There it is. Yeah, Temeria.
And so like Roach is just as dead as Dijkstra would be. They don't come back. Like the decisions you make in Witcher do affect the entire game world. And it is bold of them to make those decisions. And Derry, completely agree. The fact that you were so attached to Roach without having an entire other game to be attached to him, that's just good writing. Hold on, what?
Interesting.
You saved Roach and didn't kill Dijkstra? How? I played it twice. That's impossible. How'd you do that? All right, Thornall's going to get back to us.
Huh. So there's another way.
Murph, I know. Murph says, I always tell myself one day I'll do a playthrough where I side with Dijkstra, but I can never make myself do it. Same. Like I can't. I told myself I was going to do that with Dijkstra the second time I played it, because I played it through on Death March, the nightmare difficulty, the second time. No. And I was like, okay, I'm going to side with Dijkstra this time. And I could not do it when we got there. Like I couldn't bring myself. And Roach isn't real. He's ones and zeros. I still couldn't bring myself to kill Vernon Roach. Like I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
These people feel so they just feel so real. Like you're not to say, the parasocial aspect, but like you kind of feel like these people.
Yeah.
And like you spend so much time, especially with a video game. Witcher is not a short game.
No.
And when you're spending so much time in that world and with these characters, and it all just meshes together with the tone, the characters, the systems, the writing, and you're just like, I have to feel this way. Like the game makes me feel this way, and I want to protect this character. I want to do this, and then the writing is so it's not black and white.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something, there's always not a good thing is not always done in a right way, and vice versa. So you talk about one of the greatest side quests, and one of the greatest quests is
the Bloody Baron.
Yes.
Act 1 of The Witcher 3
Talk about it.
The Bloody Baron
Set the tone.
storyline is, and I think it's universally acclaimed. It is just so incredibly well done of a story of a man. First of all, in The Witcher, there is no good option for anything.
Yep.
I love The Witcher because no one is one thing. Vernon Roach is really the closest we get to a good guy,
Yeah.
but even he is super racist against the Scoia'tael and was out to like exterminating them in Witcher 2. Like, I don't care because I don't like Scoia'tael, so I'm fine with it. But I mean, he still murders people.
Yeah.
Sigmund Dijkstra is a delight. I love hanging out with Sigmund Dijkstra. Murderer. Even Letho, murderer of kings, has an affability about him. The Bloody Baron is one of the best written characters in video games because he is an absolute monster. And yet you also feel so much for the Baron. Like, he is a man who he does love his family, but does not show that the right way at all. He also abuses his family. He tyrannizes them. But he's this guy who wants to be a good man, and he's looking to Geralt to try to help him be the man that he wants to be. His wife has fled, right? And his wife is missing, and his daughter left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he doesn't know where his wife is.
Yes.
And he doesn't know where his daughter is. And he tells Geralt to get them back. Like, bring them back, and I'll give you what you want. Like, bring my wife and daughter back.
Ciri was kind of meshed in this as well, which is like another thing. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So the whole game is Geralt is trying to rescue Ciri, his adopted daughter, basically.
Surrogate daughter. Yeah.
His surrogate daughter, his ward, from the evil elves from a different
the Wild
Hunt. Yeah. Who are the least interesting part of the game. Like, I'm just like, okay. Like,
they could have, yeah.
But she passes by, and he'll only tell Geralt where Ciri went because she passed through the Bloody Baron's fortress if he finds his wife and daughter. And there are so many ways for that quest to go. And what I love about The Witcher is every single choice is laden with portent. You can make a choice that is the good choice, but has terrible repercussions later. The good choice. You can make one that is a bad choice right here, but has better repercussions later. And that is nowhere more evident than here in the Bloody Baron's side quest.
Yeah. It's and that's what makes decision making so hard, because it's not black and white. It's not clear cut. And even just some of the tiniest choices you make, you don't know, and then you see the results of that, and you're like, wow, it's amazing. I spoiler alert, my Baron.
Yeah.
That was my result.
That's it, and that's because you stopped the witches from eating all the children. If you
I never had to fight the witches. I didn't know if that was a thing. So
if you make some agreement for them to stop eating all the children, then you find out that
that's a good thing right there. Horson Jr. I don't think I let him live.
No, who lets Horson Jr. live? Dead instantly. Instantly. Anyway, you're trying to save the swamp from these witches, but by doing that, you end up the Baron's wife ends up dead, or right?
Yeah.
Dead. Like, you kill basically the wife dies if you stop the witches from doing what they're doing.
Yep.
And when he finds out the wife dies, his daughter, you find the daughter working in some military. Novigrad. She's working for like the witch hunters or whatever, something like
Yes.
that. And she doesn't want to go talk to him. And so he loses his daughter. She don't want to have anything to do with him. He's lost his wife, and it comes out of nowhere. You go back to the Bloody Baron's fortress, and you walk in just like you normally do, and the Bloody Baron is hanging from the tree in the middle of the freaking compound. Thomas, when the first time I walked in and saw that, I was just like, what is
I don't think
this
I continued
game?
to play. Like, I think I took that night off. I'm like, yeah, that's heavy. And and the cool thing about that is they don't let you, I don't think they even let you see the beginning of it. You just walk in and the result is there.
You do not see him do it. No. You walk in there
And that makes it even harder because you didn't get any last words with your character like you do in a lot of happy fantasy stuff. No. The cool thing about The Witcher is the world is so mundane in a way. It's not as high fantasy. It's grounded in so much realism and just the depravity of just the world. And you feel it. You feel it in this war-torn. And then you got monsters. Like that, we haven't even talked about that. We haven't even talked about the mechanics and the gameplay and the subsystems. And it just...
I need to know.
Oh, no.
What happened to your Radovid? Because Radovid is also in Witcher 2 in a much lesser role. And then being...
Radovid, was he the king?
He's the king that wants to kill all the mages.
Oh, no, we killed him. I think that was like one of the last quests we did. I think it was with Roach.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You made all the good choices. You killed Radovid. Yeah. What a douchebag, Radovid. Oh my gosh. What a nightmare. It's so good. And what ending did you get?
The thing is I don't know exactly because I don't know the other ending either.
Where did Ciri end up? The ending is basically about what Ciri.
Oh my gosh! The funny thing is I can't really remember. I mean, she's alive. We walked in the snow together.
Oh, then you got the Witcher ending. You got the series of Witcher ending. That's fine. I always put Ciri on the throne of Nilfgaard. Always, and I don't know why. Like Emperor Emir is a monster also, but something about, does Charles Dance do Emperor Emir, the Emperor's voice? I bet he does. Hold on. Emperor Emir of...
Oh, yeah, it's the gentleman from Game of Thrones.
Yes, so it is Charles Dance. Oh, yeah. I knew it. Charles Dance lends the Emperor of Nilfgaard, like he is... Like, I hate Nilfgaard and Emperor Emir, except that I am so, like, I'm just compelled. Like, he has such a presence. And one, I don't want to be out in the woods. And I'm like, Ciri, like, you're literally the Empress. Maybe you could do some good. Like, go be with your real dad, like Emperor Emir. Like, go succeed him. So I always put, I did a second playthrough too. Like, I don't think I made appreciably different choices the second time because I was pretty satisfied with the choices I made the first go around. And it's just so good. It's so good, Thomas.
Yeah. It's the thing is like my first playthrough, sometimes like you just don't know the results. Like you can't really tell what a result is of a choice you made. It might have just been good writing. So it's done so well that it blends in. So like playing it a second time is going to almost be like playing it for the first time. Cause you know, like when you read a book and you read it again down the line and it's almost more magical than the first time. Cause you're going into it with some context and you're able to read between the lines maybe and pick out some of those details.
I'm doing that right now with my Long Price Quartet reread.
Yeah. You mentioned that at in John's stream. Yeah,
and I'm enjoying it like exactly like you said.
Yeah, I haven't reread anything yet. I've just been in that whirlwind of reading everything new. So, and then Witcher 3, I'm taking a break, and I'll dive into those DLC. Do you think the DLC is better than the main game? Because I've heard people say, "Bro, the DLC is even better than the main game," and I'm like,
that's a little extreme.
"Yeah,
that's a little extreme."
yeah,
I will say that again, like CD Projekt Red, before the debacle of releasing Cyberpunk too early, and where they burned so much of the goodwill that they earned with Witcher 3. Like I feel so like.
Granted, they did earn it back with Phantom Liberty.
They did, and they had a whole bunch to burn, so they're still okay. But the fact that they released $30 DLCs that are this expansive, I'm talking about like it's $30. I'm talking about for another like 40, 50 hours. Like these other game studios should be ashamed of themselves.
I know,
for the crap that they release, like they produce. And when we're talking about just like the gravity of the world, one thing I wanted to say, especially with today's kind of popular media, The Witcher takes itself seriously and is not afraid to be genuine and taking itself seriously. There's no need to wink at the camera, to nod and let everybody know that, oh, we're in on the joke too. Oh yeah, look how serious this is. It doesn't ruin any of the emotional moments by winking at the camera, because thinking that the audience can't handle something of gravity, which is what so much popular media does, including video games. And I hate this era that we're in where everything has to be over-explained. And I read, it was an interview with like a Netflix executive saying that every new thing in Netflix that comes out has to be second screen ready, meaning everything has to be over-explained, because most people are going to be watching something on the TV while doing something else. So it can't be subtle because they'll miss it. And that's the era we live in. Like, no, we can't take anything seriously. Everything's got to be, oh, joke, joke, wink, wink. Look how ironic we are. And, and meta and all this crap. And like that, where dialogue over-explains anything. There's no subtle, nothing's left to the reader or the watcher or anything. And I hate that. And he has not played it yet, but I completely agree, and it's why I love Hearts of Stone. But the quality of these DLC, you don't get a couple quests, you get another game. It's another freaking game,
and it blends in seamlessly. My friend John, he accidentally started
a Heart of Stone because he went too far. He went too far across that river. You went over that area. You went too far.
Just accidentally, like, whoa. And that just, you talk about seamless. Like, you don't see these lines. You're never crossing a line. You're in the world. I played Witcher 3. Oh wait, easily 5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times. And the Baron storyline is the best in the game. It is. I mean,
or just replay that over and over and over again. Yeah.
It's tremendous.
I've also seen some videos where, like, hey, I've never left Velen, or like why Velen is the best area. Sadly, I don't think I stayed like long enough in Velen. I think I went straight to the city, and I was in the city a very long time because there's a lot of quests.
That's Novigrad, then. That's awesome.
You learn every street. You learn every door, every building. But yeah,
Heart of Stone has an incredible main storyline. I don't think it's better than the main game, and it's mostly because Geralt's alone. Like, it's not. We don't have any of the rest of the cast that serves to kind of help flesh it out. The main antagonist and kind of the secondary antagonist, the antagonist of the story. It's so moving and nuanced.
Yeah.
And then the main antagonist is so good. I regularly go back and watch clips of just his voice actor just doing the lines. It's so good. And then in Blood and Wine, I told you this before we went live, I like Blood and Wine slightly less than Heart of Stone, but Anna Henrietta, the queen, in Blood and Wine is great. And I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a character from the books in Blood and Wine who was a main side character in Blood and Wine. His voice actor is one of my favorite voice actors in the games. Like, I love listening to this character talk. And anybody who's played Blood and Wine, you know who it is. Like, there's only one main character for the books in there. I love listening to this guy just speak his lines. It's so good. Like, they're so good. And I'm saying it now. When you go play Hearts of Stone, let me know immediately when you're done, and we'll talk about Hearts of Stone.
Oh yeah, we'll do a whole nother live stream.
Yes, I can't wait. Hearts of Stone has just itself has so much, so much to discuss.
What now with story writing, characters, world? What did you think of the RPG mechanics?
I know that a lot of people Witcher gets bashed for its combat all the time.
Yeah.
But I played Witcher 2 and the combat is way worse in Witcher 2 than Witcher 3. But it's an RPG. You expect, like, the gameplay aspect, the gameplay loop is always, you're going to be doing a lot of the same thing over and over. The combat was serviceable. It was fine. I played the first go. I played mostly a caster. So I was a signs build. So what gear? Griffin. I wore Griffin gear.
I did the bear.
Nice. You were a tank.
Because I also wanted to get it to the Grandmaster because, like the fur and that armor. I haven't gotten it to Grandmaster yet, but because I think you need to go through the DLC in order to do that.
Yes.
But I got it up pretty close. Now, the RPG mechanics weren't bad. That was one of the biggest reasons why it took me so long to get into the game. It took me multiple attempts because they don't do a good job introducing the player into these systems.
No, not at all.
It's just boom, screen, words. I'm like, bro, I'm calm down. And it took me a while. And whenever I would take breaks from the game, weeks, months, and I'd have to come back in and have to relearn the systems. That's a lot. But when you're in it and you get to it, all the systems are there for each other.
Absolutely.
Including the money. There is reason you have no other game, in my opinion, has a better economy because you literally need money to get gear, to get ingredients or whatever to make potions and all that. And what better way to earn money than do quests and monster quests? And these, again, like we've talked about, these side quests are not mere, cardboard boxes. They're, full on houses of depth. And it all just reinforces how believable the world is. So I love that the money played into it and how there's different currency for certain regions and that you'd have to go to banks to get it to convert. I'm like, what? That little detail just adds even more to the immersion.
And right here, when you I played on Death March, my second one, the Nightmare playthrough. Sal's absolutely right. The potions and the weapon, like, you have got to go against these monsters like prepared. Sometimes you can face roll on a lower difficulty sometimes, but like if you're fighting a Leshen, you better have the right potion, you better have the right oils, you better be ready to go on Nightmare. What's up, David? Joanna, you missed the Archgrateful bit. I already showed it. The I completely agree. The systems now. I always play with a guide. I always use a guide in RPGs because I'm.
You have the physical.
Yeah, I have the physical Witcher 3 guide. I had the physical Witcher 2 guide also, and so
those are rare nowadays.
Oh, I know. Witcher 2 did not tell you how to play either. Didn't play any of the systems, any of the world. I had a guide, thank goodness. And Witcher 3, same thing, thank goodness, because I would not even know where to begin to make my build if not for the guide that I used. And I'm happy that I used it because it is not super user friendly up front.
It's not.
there's a lot.
It's
You used
obtuse.
in your video the word crunchy, which I
Yeah.
love to describe exactly what Witcher is. Crunchy. There's a lot of bits in The Witcher 3. Like you have to like just the signs are weird to get used to.
Yeah.
And having to like everyone has to have the what's the shield one? Anyway, everyone has to have the shield. Like even if you're not a
And
signs
then there's
builder.
Igni and Quen.
Quen. Yeah, everyone's got to have Quen in some
You have to.
capacity or you'll die.
You have to.
That
was my bread and butter. It was Quen. And you talk about the mechanics, how important they are going into monster quests. They could have had this game be, it's a hack and slash, but thematically and mechanically, it all makes sense to prepare for a fight. It's so good. I do think here's a crazy. Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2?
I have not.
Okay. That game, you blend that game with Witcher 3, and I think you have the greatest game ever made.
Nice.
Period. Like it's perfect. And
I've heard nothing but good things about RDR2.
So Red Dead has that physical weight. It feels like you're moving through mud. I know it sucks.
Yeah.
But give me Geralt's movement like that because he moves a little too. I mean, these are little. I'm nitpicking here, but this is kind of like what I want in my perfect Witcher game. Give me that. Give me the ability to make campfires and hunt for food. Like, give me that. Like, if we're that immersed in the world, give me that little detail.
Yeah.
And then having kind of the Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yes.
Brew potions, maybe not to that degree of realism, but some way like that. Maybe not to. I think what I want in Witcher is I want these systems to be blended in the real world rather than menus.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know if it'll happen, but those are just kind of my thing. Give me the movement and a little bit more of that slower pace of Red Dead with, I don't know, more. I don't want a simple system of mechanics. I don't want it dumbed down, but a little more maybe user-friendly in a way. I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that for sure. I will be happy though if the new Witcher has one great writing. Like I want it more than anything to have great writing. And I want to feel like Witcher 4 will have done its job. Like I hope they add some more verisimilitude like that. But for me, Witcher 4 will have done its job if it still makes me want to walk to the waypoints rather than fast travel. Like, or take my ship. Like if it makes me want to spend time in the world the way that video games usually don't. Like, because it's like, what am I doing? Like, how do I platinum this game so I can move on to my next game? I wanted to stay there forever. And so I do get you. A lot of people criticize the Witcher senses because
a little too Batman Arkham Asylum kind of.
Yeah, a little too like I don't know. I mean, he does have Witcher senses. I don't know how you. I don't know a better way to do it. Like I
didn't mind it though. I never really felt like that as a complaint.
Yeah, it didn't bother me either.
Because again, it felt believable, as in not believable, but it made sense for the character.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why I love I love that it makes the fights thoughtful. Like when you're talking about the monster fights, like it's not an action RPG where you just rush in and let's hit your combos. It's like Ben says, the combat is really kind of like a rhythm game. You can't just wail. I mean, you can, but once you fight like a golem, you're dead because your sword bounces off. I hate the feeling of my sword hitting a golem because it just does no damage and tink, tink, tink. But it forces you to have a more thoughtful approach to fighting monsters. Like, what sword are you going to like? I just love the fact that he has 2 swords, that you have to swap swords, whether you're fighting a human or a monster.
Mhm.
Like, I
And
just
you have
love
to use various signs and potions, and it all that's so thoughtful. You know, a lot of potions in games, a lot of little combat mechanics are very much just gamey, and they're just there to make the player feel cool and like this is fun. But it's fun in The Witcher, but it's also there's an importance and there's a reason and meaning behind it.
What? No, it's not. You're dreary.
Oh no.
You're dreary. Okay, David, really quickly. We need to see what side of this issue you fall on. Do you like Dandelion's voice in The Witcher 3? Weigh in. But hold on. What were we talking about before David ruined us?
Well, like the combat systems and how the thematic they are. How, I mean, we're talking about everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I lost them. I'm tired. I have newborn sickness.
I get it.
Now, one system that I do want to discuss
Okay.
is the most fun mini game in any RPG.
Oh my gosh. Why? We have been talking for an hour and we haven't even mentioned.
I love Gwent.
Yes.
And I already had, when I played my Deathmarch playthrough, I already had the Gwent achievement. I got it in my first playthrough. I didn't need to do all the Gwent side quests again. But by golly, I did the Gwent side quests again. You know what, David? Why don't you weigh in on the issue I asked you about instead of these issues I didn't ask you about? And also, David, I need to know, did you side with Dijkstra or Vernon Roach? So Gwent, the first thing I need to know is if you were about to tell me, like we have a burgeoning bond here that is about to be shattered if you're gonna tell me that you played a freaking Scoia'tael deck, because that deck sucks.
Now what? Okay, is that
It's the elf deck. It's all about
there's a
time.
blue. There's
It's the green one. It's the green.
No. I have blue all the way.
Oh, so you were Northern Realms.
Northern Realms.
Northern Realms.
Yeah.
That's respectable. You had a lot of Siegecraft. You had a lot of siege engines.
Yeah.
I was Nilfgaard, throwing spies into your deck and getting cards from it.
I mean, I had plenty of spies, but golly, Gwent, like my wife, she's sitting over here hanging out. She hated me playing Gwent. She just didn't know what was going to happen. She's the best cheerleader when it comes to, I mean, anything, but video games, she loves watching the story. But she would just roll her eyes and tune out when I played Gwent. And I would try to choose my battles wisely. Like, okay, I have to play Gwent when she's gone or something, and then I'll do the story when she's here. Gwent is such a fun game, and how it's thematically weaved into the world of Witcher. Like, this is a game everyone plays, and this is a game Geralt is willing to put down his swords for, and just like, hey, Buddy Baron, I know I'm in the midst of this, but can I get your card?
Yeah.
That's my biggest regret. I didn't get his card.
No.
I forgot to, okay?
No. It's yellow. It's bright yellow when you talk to him, the option.
I know, but I was like, okay, I'll do it later.
Oh, I see. And then he hanged himself. So
he hanged himself. Yeah.
You should be able, like, legitimately, like logistically, you should be able to loot his corpse and take his Gwent card. Like,
I know. Witcher 4, come on. Listen.
I know. So first of all, the only complaint I have with Gwent is with the amount of times I gotta play Gwent, we could vary the music a little bit. Like, we could have a second Gwent tune. Like, we could have a second one. Like, even just rotate between two. Like the same Gwent music. I was like,
or something a little more, just a little subtle. That is okay. Yeah.
I got respect here for the monster deck players.
My friend,
the monster deck.
Yep.
You guys just like to overwhelm your opponent. Like, that's unkind.
But But then a good Scorch will handle you.
Yes.
But also,
exactly.
monster decks are known to have Scorches.
I mean, yeah, also true with their stupid dragon.
Alex, what's up?
No, we didn't save his wife because we wanted the witches to not eat the children.
You have to make
Sal?
hard choices.
Anyway, see, David. David also sided with Roach. Yeah.
David, you're the man. I appreciate you. Oh,
yes,
okay.
David. There's 3 of us, Thomas. There's 3 of us.
All right.
Love it. Love
We're
it.
in.
But I agree. Gwent is Final Fantasy has been trying to work its card games into the narratives for
and it doesn't do well.
Middling, sometimes it succeeds better than others. I agree with you. Gwent is the best integrated mini game in any RPG I've ever seen. Like everyone, it's from the beginning. It's introduced. Everyone, you see people playing Gwent. People talk about Gwent. Like it is introduced in the world, and you feel like this is something that these people do, and not a system or a menu, or something added to pad time in the game. And even like someone said, the Gwent tournament is so much fun. All of the Gwent playing is culminating in the Gwent tournament, which again is tied into the freaking story. So it's just so well done.
I didn't get to the Gwent tournament. So, but hey, guess what? Guess what though? That just means the second playthrough is going to be that much more.
Thomas,
okay, just so you know, I'm going to 100% Witcher 3 on my second playthrough.
Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard
That's what
Thomas say it here.
I'm going to do it. I want to collect everything. I want to do it.
Guys,
Thomas
trained. He spent all this time in the court. An NBA scout called and said, "We'd like you to play for the Lakers." And Thomas said, "You know what? I'll pass." Yeah. That's what happened. That's what happened here, y'all. Thomas got all those cards and didn't even go play with them. He didn't go to the championship. But this time, y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here, guys. When Thomas replays Witcher, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on? My wife is laughing. What?
Nothing. You'll find out after.
They're doing a group chat right now, and they're videoing me in the live stream. Okay.
You're in a live stream.
You know what?
It's like Thomasception. They're videoing.
Yeah, they're watching the live stream while also videoing me.
How is it, Sal? I did not play the Gwent standalone. They changed the rules. They changed the rules in the thing. So I don't know if it's good or not. But Sal,
what was your strategy with Gwent?
Spies. Get more cards. Yeah. Outlast you. I can beat you because I have more cards.
Exactly. My whole goal was to lose the first round every time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But if I saw a blunder in the first round, then I'm like, okay, I'll take the first round. If you skip, cool. I'll just finish you. But it was always spies, decoys, getting as many cards back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of maybe there's some people that just don't realize that's a strategy. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's more about just, hey, let me try to beat you with damage and numbers. But no,
that's the monster deck. Monster deck doesn't have any spots.
You want more cards, and because more cards means, even if this guy's got a 20-point lead, and he's got no cards, then guess what?
Yeah, exactly. You're screwed if you don't have any cards.
And then there's weather, and then there's the horns that allow you to double. It's
commander horns. Yeah.
It's simple, but there's just enough crunch that keeps you wanting to play more. I would say I wish it didn't get too easy toward the end. Like the more better cards you get, the easier it becomes. But the fact that this is a mini game in this massive game, I don't know. I love it.
Yes, there's weather, and I despise it because the enemy always has the weather card that's going to nullify my strongest row always, and I don't have room in my deck for sunny weather to clear it. So I'm always screwed. I'm like, I'm gonna lose that round, I guess. Sal, tell me if the Gwent standalone is good. No, I agree. The fact that it's a mini game and it's still tied in the story, absolutely incredible. I'm so excited for you to play Hearts of Stone, though. You need to play Hearts of Stone. It's so good. It's so good. It's just anyway. Do you have any final thoughts coming up on 9 o'clock here? And I need to help my wife with a baby. But
You gotta go.
do you have any final thoughts on The Witcher 3?
It's a game that's in my top. I think it's in my top 3, top 2 of all time.
It is.
It'll stay with me forever.
Oh, for sure. Like it is. I do not play RPGs again. I don't generally play RPGs a second time once I've platinumed them because I have so many things to play and I'm a trophy hunter. It's ingrained in me now. I would play The Witcher 3 again for no trophies. And it's just because it's that. It's made me want to play right now. It's made me want to play it right now. I'm in the middle of something. I can't play that, but I want to play it right now. Anitha, you would hate Yennefer. You would hate Yennefer and you would like Triss. Get out of here.
No.
I got you. You would hate Yennefer. I agree. It's so good.
No. Well, I really appreciate you just reaching out.
Thomas, thank you so much for joining me and talking to me about this masterpiece of a game.
Yeah.
So everyone here, if you have not subscribed to Thomas's channel, you should go do so. Subscribe to Thomas's channel. I was talking with Thomas because what I really admire about Thomas is how thoughtful he is when he talks. Because if y'all watch my channel, you'll know that I just talk until I'm running out of breath, and then I'm like, I didn't mean to say it. Forget that. But Thomas is just the vibe of your channel is so chill. Like it is so relaxing and the opposite of stressful.
Love it.
Watching your video is anti-anxiety.
Love it.
And we in today's world, we need way more of that. More of that.
It's fast. And I appreciate that. I'm glad my channel could be that because that's the goal.
So y'all go subscribe. Go subscribe to Thomas. And Thomas, again, thank you so much for taking an hour of your time talking to me about The Witcher. And everyone, thanks for hanging out with us and talking to the chat. Especially all you people who never played The Witcher.
Yeah,
Good
go
for
play The
y'all
Witcher.
hanging out.
Go play The Witcher.
All right. Bye, everyone. Oh, Thomas's channel is his name, Thomas R. Howell, right?
Thomas R. Howell. That's my channel.
Yeah. So yeah, just search his name and it'll pop up. All right, guys. See y'all later.